Welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance fitness business. And in this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, sharing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance and fitness business for the success you deserve. Whether you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for dance and fitness into a thriving career, you're in the right place. Lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes and get ready for truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome back to the Dance Fit Biz Builders podcast, where we keep it real about all things dance, fitness, and business. This is episode 51, and I'm Orit, your host, and today we're diving deep into the struggles that dance and dance fitness instructors face, and more importantly, how to fix them. Because I gotta be honest, teaching dance and dance fitness is not about knowing the moves. I mean, if it were, we'd all be cruising without a care. But no, it's about engagement, it's about energy, cueing, and not burning out in the process. And if you're nodding your head along right now thinking, yep, that's me, then I've got something that's going to change your teaching game. But first, let's talk about the real challenges that are holding instructors back. And I'm going to talk about two segments. First, we've got belly dance instructors or dance instructors, and then we have the dance fitness instructors. All right. So let's talk about the belly dance instructors or dance instructors. I hear this all the time. Whether you're starting out or you've been teaching for years, these struggles come up again and again. Okay, here's struggle number one. You're feeling like you have to entertain all the time. You start class strong, you're full of energy, then by the end, you're dying. Your students, on the other hand, they're like staring at you like, why aren't you smiling anymore? And you're stressed out. What's coming next? Oh, shoot, I forgot what my outline of the class, what we're doing next, yada, yada, yeah? And then the other struggle is over-explaining instead of keeping people moving. You're trying to cue, but then you suddenly like have a full-on, TED Talk in the middle of the class, right? And now everyone's standing there, waiting, bored, not getting the value, right? And you see them getting annoyed. And the other struggle is you're losing people because the music sometimes doesn't match the moves, right? Or maybe even the moves are matching the music too much, right? And there's no room for like repetition, like you're playing catch up, right? You have to stick to what the music tells you. So another thing is not knowing how to build a following and keep people coming back. You're teaching your heart out, but your class numbers aren't growing, and you're left wondering, what am I doing wrong? And the last one is burnout, big time burnout. Between planning your playlists, remembering the combos, the outline of your class, keeping the energy high, and marketing your classes, you're just like running on empty. And you just don't know what to do. It just makes it feel, it's not pleasurable anymore, right? Okay, now I want to get into the struggles of dance fitness instructors. Slightly different. Now, a lot of dance instructors are struggling with memorizing 1 million songs and choreos. You feel that you're expected to keep your playlist fresh, right? But that means learning so many goddamn routines. And let's be real, sometimes you blank out in mid-class and like it's panic mode. Oh shoot, what was the next step? Oh, it didn't match the song, or I have to make sure I'm on the verse, right? Or I'm on the chorus. It's a lot of stress for dance fitness instructors. The next struggle is when you're prepping to memorize, you're prepping for so many hours and you're not getting paid for it. You spent all this time crafting the perfect class, selecting songs, memorizing moves, making sure the transitions are smooth. And yet you're only getting paid for that 1 hour or that 45 minutes that you're in front of class. It's exhausting and it's frustrating. The next struggle is feeling stressed because you're always behind. Like I said with belly dance instructors, you're feeling like you have to play catch up, right? You want to make sure that your students are on board. but you have to stick to the music. But you notice that your students aren't quite getting it, but you need sort of like a different system, right? And then if they don't get it because you're playing catch up with the music and you have to stay on the music, your students kind of get fed up and they don't come back. And the last struggle is the struggle of balancing the teaching with everything else. So you love teaching, but between learning new choreo and marketing your classes, you're trying to make a decent income, right? It feels like there's never enough time in the day, but yet you still need to make more money. And sometimes teaching more classes isn't the solution, but I have the fix. This is why I created the Sharkey Instructor Academy. Listen, guys, these struggles are super common. I hear these struggles from both sides, dance fitness instructors and belly dance instructors. You simply need a system that makes teaching easier while keeping your students engaged and coming back for more. Now, here's how we tackle these struggles head on. Instead of teaching to the song structure, teach to the beat, which is the 32 count method. Everything is going to flow and your students will always stay engaged and feel amazing doing it. Why? Because the beat allows you to repeat and repeat and repeat so that your students get it. The next thing that helps is we offer simple and effective cueing. None of the visual cueing. This is verbal cueing. Because with visual cueing, here's what happens, especially when you're teaching to the song structure. You've got to stop doing your move and start doing the next move before it happens. What happens with students? You know this happens, guys. They stop. They don't finish the previous move. They're following you. So if you're stopping, they're going to stop. It's choppy. It's not seamless. It doesn't flow. So with simple, effective verbal cueing, there's less stopping and more sweating. All right, the next thing that we're going to help you with your struggles is we're going to give you a structure that works. We're going to help you deliver classes that are fun, that are structured, and that are repeatable. So you're not reinventing the wheel every week. Right? There's a system where you repeat the moves a certain number of times where the students get it. And that gets people understanding and in their bodies immediately. All right. Another thing that we're going to help you with is marketing and retention strategies. Because being an instructor isn't just about teaching. It's about keeping people coming back and new people through the door. So we cover how to attract new students and keep them hooked. Another thing is a supportive community. So what happens right now when you are feeling alone, right? You're struggling. How do you do this? How do you do that? Where do you go to? Who do you talk to? Who do you ask? You don't have to do this alone. Inside the academy, you get coaching, you get feedback, and you get a community of instructors who get it, who've been there. So if you're tired of feeling stuck and you want to teach in a way that's less stressful and more effective, then it's time to take the next step. Because if not now, then when? So the Sharkey Instructor Academy is open for enrollment now. Join us and finally get the tools you need to teach confidently, grow your classes, and avoid burnout. So you ready, folks? Go to sharkey.com/teach. Book a call with me. It's free. And if you don't join, it doesn't matter. At least you're going to leave with some clarity. And also, if this episode hit home for you, do me a favor. Share it with a fellow instructor who needs to hear this. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss the next episode. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to rate the podcast, send me a message, let me know how you feel, if you're learning a lot, if you're not learning as much, or maybe keep that to yourself. So thank you, everybody. And as always, until next episode, go kick ass.